Imagine Africa united, Africa's fusion. Imagine, if you would, all the earthly good that comes when Africa unites. When the great ALKEBULAN reaches that high echelon, the world transforms from wrong to right. Imagine tribalism died, and in its stead was supplied affection and love for each other. Appreciating our cultures, we banish all the vultures, cherishing our sisters and brothers. Imagine if Algeria supported all Tunisia and vowed to love all its neighbors, embraced Mali and Libya, Benin and Mauritania. That pledge makes all Africa greater. What if Niger loved Nigeria and neither thought either inferior? In fact, they pooled their resources, with Chad and the Sudan taking that same stand, no need of fearing foreign forces. Imagine collaboration between all African nations with control of all manufacturing. What if Africans restructured the continent's infrastructure and stopped all imperialist factoring? Imagine no more usury with all its gluttonous misery, and good riddance to the World Bank. No more US dollars choking African collars. No euros, no shillings, no francs. With 33 different currencies, none can be used in emergencies spread across 54 sovereign states. But imagine we decided to no longer be divided. Imagine the power that creates. Imagine our vast continent no longer dependent on anything coming from the West. Imagine de-dollarization with all 54 African nations creating its own treasure chest. Imagine with African United Banks, we close our financial ranks. With 54 sovereign supporters, we depend on no one else except our own true wealth and open our continental borders. Imagine no limitations, no European frustrations, no visas, no boundaries, no limits. African supporting Africa, building African stamina, no haters, no bigots, no cynics. The same as anyone travels, allowed to freely unravel their affairs from state to state. The United States of Africa will have no border capita, and all black folk travel first rate. Imagine Eritreans, endeared Ethiopians, and treasured Tanzanians too, including every Zambian and every Namibian's love for Mozambique grew. Imagine Mali's Dogon, restored to their great paragon of cultured academic excellence, seeking not world domination, but its higher education, returning Africa to its prominence. Imagine Burkina Faso endorsed its neighbor Togo, and Benin engaged the Ivory Coast. When Gabon hails Cameroon and Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, we exorcise the hate-mongering ghost. Come on now, imagine Imagine we changed our minds and made the decision to mine all our Continental aluminum, all our cobalt and our coal, all our diamonds and all our gold, all at once, all of Africa's illumined. No longer will any squander resources from Uganda, resources either natural or human, not our bauxite or our graphite, not our copper or our chromite. From now on, you purchase our bitumen. With our rhodium and iron ore refined now on African shores, we rid ourselves of abject poverty. With emeralds and manganese backing all our treasuries, we hit the world's largest lottery. When we control our natural gas, natural blessings come to pass. The same with our nickel and our oil. With platinum, silver, and salts apportioned from African vaults, we ensure conservation of our soil. Oh, imagine our timber and tin supporting our African kin instead of constant deportation, with no outsiders meddling, no underhanded peddling. We strengthen our trade and transportation. Imagine with our titanium, our tungsten and uranium, we employed first rights of refusal. Harvesting our palladium, our reserves will feel like stadiums as we demonstrate African renewal. Imagine our cocoa, palm oil, and tea, our cotton and our coffee traded on African stock exchanges. And we harness our solar power, never again to cower to anything an imperialist arranges. Our garnets and aquamarine, our amethyst and tourmaline, and all that noble indigo, our rubies, pearls, and emeralds that heretofore were embezzled, now to us these precious proceeds flow. Imagine Congo and Malawi join Rwanda and Burundi with Somalia and Madagascar. Imagine Botswana with trading ties to Ghana. This planet would be better off by far. Oh, just imagine black brothers and sisters, no longer each other's resistors. Imagine we learn to love our own. When we love instead of hate, we control our own fate, making all Africa our happy home. When we no longer self-deprecate, we open God's floodgate. That should be our first priority, applying the golden rule, no longer playing the fool. That will ensure our prosperity. When we, at last, prioritize, make Africa's fusion our prize, we in effect change the whole game. The simple act of loving self solidifies our great wealth, and this whole world will never be the same. Just imagine Africa united. Imagine African